If you're focused on your business right now and you want to get in shape to be able to look into the mirror and have a body that you actually respect, then this is for you. My name is Brian Maloney and I help small business owners build a respectable body with only 2 to 3 hours per week. If that sounds like you, then enjoy. All right, so this is one of the 4 splits inside of basically like my paid athlete program. And I'm going to be giving it to you because, to be entirely honest, you clicked on this video for the split, but the split really doesn't matter that much. The rest of the knowledge that I'm going to give you attached to it is what really matters. So you can have all the programs. You can go through. We can go through the 2-day one and 3-day one and the other 3-day one. It doesn't matter. The split doesn't really matter. It's how you manipulate it and use it to your advantage. So we're going to be going over this. This should take about 2 hours a week. So 2 sessions, about an hour each, 45 minutes an hour, something like that. Assuming that you're warming up properly, resting 2 to 3 minutes before sets, and you're not sitting there in the gym like talking to people and hanging out, which I fully encourage. Just if you are valuing your time and you just want to get in and out, then this is what you're going to be doing. I made this super easy so you're able to just sit basically at one bench and basically use one machine for the entire thing. So you're going to do an incline press for your chest. You're going to be doing a lateral raise because chest, shoulders, they look cool. Let's be real. Incline curl, again, same bench. Then you're going to move over to a cable stack. You're going to do a cable row. So normally it's attached to other cable stations. Then after your cable row, you're going to go through, do your tricep push down variation. Then you'll do a leg extension as well because, it's technically whole body. We don't care as much about legs. You can plug and play this however you want. Again, the routine doesn't matter. Just typically people want to build like an athletic aesthetic type of physique. Legs don't matter as much. Like most people, their legs are proportional, and unless you're trying to actually compete in a sport or powerlifting or whatever, bodybuilding, it's not that important to have massive legs. Most people's legs are too big, which doesn't look as nice. And if you want to look nice, then this is what you need to be doing. Next day, whole body. We're going to start with 2 leg movements. So you're going to do calf raises, you're going to do leg curls, and then you're going to do a close grip pull down. So last time we did a row, this time we're doing a pull down. Incline dumbbell press again, keeping the exercises the same just because you're only doing 2 days a week. So adding variety would actually hurt you a little bit in that instance unless you're more experienced. Dumbbell lateral raise, again, shoulders look cool. Incline curl. Can't go wrong with this. If you want, you can add some forearms in here. If you want, you can add some more tricep work in here. Again, doesn't really matter. Customize it. This is the split that I'm going to be using, but the real value of this video is what is going to be in the extra knowledge that I give you attached to this. So I really, really, really want to make this clear to you. So on the days that you train, one of the number one things that you can do in order to actually improve your progress and ensure that you're going to be building muscle, you're going to be doing all of the right things, and you're going to have the mindset required in order to continuously gain, train early in the morning. How I personally like to structure it is I'll work the first 2 to 4 hours of my morning, like on business work or whatever, like the essential task for the morning is, or just other stuff like morning routine, eating, like hanging out with people, whatever, just whatever I want to do that morning. But first, like 2-4 hours of being awake, I'm not focusing on gym. Then I'll get ready, I'll drink water, I'll have coffee or ready drink, I'll have my food, and I'll go to the gym. Super simple. Do it early in the morning when you have the most energy because that's going to make the workouts the best. And that's also going to allow you to actually do it because at the end of the day, when you're tired, your willpower is drained a little bit. You're not going to do it because you've proven to yourself already, if you're a small business owner, if you're somebody who's creating a business and is building wealth, you've proven to yourself that you can work when you're tired. I'm sure you've done that. If you haven't been able to do that, then maybe don't focus on 2 things at once. But if you've proven to yourself that you can work, you can put in long hours. Later during the day, you're able to get all the stuff that you're able to do. 2 times a week of training. It's more difficult to get good at doing that at the end of the day than it is to when you're already good at working at the end of the day, just plugging in training in the beginning of the day. And depending on who you are, especially if you're a beginner, training is actually going to give you energy. It's going to give you something to do. It's going to give you something to look forward to. If you're more extroverted, people around you, you're going to enjoy talking to people. You're probably going to go back and forth, say, oh, you look big, bro, fist bump people, whatever. People are very nice at the gym. You'll be able to do that absolutely no problem. But the main goal of training in the morning is because that's when you have the most energy and the most willpower to actually do it. So please do that. The second thing, mindset is the most important thing. So many people will just have the reason of, oh, I want to look nice. That's retarded. Have a deeper reason. Try and actually be the best version of yourself possible. Try and actually show the world and show yourself that you're somebody who deserves a respect, who is respected. And if we're to just look at research alone, people who are in shape are more respected. So if you want to be more respected, if you want to have more authority, if you want to actually have people trust you more and believe in you more, this is your reasoning. It's not just to look nice and whatever. No, 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 no. It's the entire basis of who you are. People trust me more and like me more because I'm in shape. And not just in this context where I'm speaking to you in video format or whatever. No, 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 no. I mean in real life. Because it's just something that signifies respect. It's a masculine, respectable energy. So if you want to get into that, then you need a deeper why. And what helps me a ton is constantly writing down what my reasoning is, what like the purpose of me doing the task I'm doing. Because in the day of social media, it's so easy to, with the constant notifications and scrolling and whatever, even if you don't do that a ton, just the constant dings and different tasks that you have to do or whatever, it's so, so, so easy to forget your why because you're just constant ADHD brain all of the time. Write it down. Remember your reasoning. Be able to go back and think, that's why I made this decision. That's my why. That's why I'm doing this. And then you'll succeed. I guarantee you, the people who have things written down, at least from what I've noticed, the people who have things written down, their why, and they constantly go back to it and they make it public and they make it actionable and they say, I'm doing this because I want to be my best self. I want to be able to be respected and admired, and I want people to trust me so I can help them. All the people who do it for the right reasons, I guarantee you, always make the best progress. And I personally make the best progress when I have a solid why. So that's number 2. Number 3 is that diet is absolutely crucial. You will not lose weight just by training. You will not gain weight just by training. You have to eat in the correct way. If you want to lose weight, you need to eat less. If you want to gain weight, you have to eat more. It's that simple. You want to build muscle, eat more. If you want to lose fat, eat less. It's that simple. The easiest thing that you can do is not get a calorie tracking app. It's not fucking following keto or carnivore or vegan or whatever. It's simply substituting the foods that it is that you eat. So for example, let's say you have a bit of a sweet tooth and you love Oreos. Well, starting with a not as bad for you option, maybe those like low sugar keto type of Oreo packets or whatever. Ideally, you want to phase those out entirely, but starting with the next best thing is a good move. Going from Coke to Diet Coke, that's a great move. Going from eating ribeyes every night to maybe a bit leaner of meat, and I'm not saying like don't eat red meat or anything, but removing some of the fat's going to remove some of the calories, so it's going to be easier to lose weight. On the inverse, gaining weight, maybe eat a little bit fattier cuts of meat. Maybe the vegetables that you eat, instead of eating cucumbers and carrots or whatever, take some avocado. Instead of eating fruit, try and get something like honey and put it on top to add to like a sweet tooth. Add different, like I call them like additions. So adding a little bit of rice to certain meals, adding cheese, adding olive oil, stuff like this, adding sauces. It's going to make you gain weight easier because calories are like 70, 80, 90% of actual muscle gain, protein and carbs and all the other stuff. Yes, that's very, very important, but calories make up the majority. You can have all the protein and all the carbs and all the fats in the world, but if for whatever reason they didn't count towards your overall calories, you're going to shrink, you're going to get smaller because that's what's required. So yeah, if you're interested in booking a free consultation with me to where I'll basically help you with all like your fitness problems or whatever, and maybe we can speak about working together, then you can book that. First link in the description. If you want to see more about what I do, then you can go to the second link. I basically show you like my page and all of different stuff in there. But otherwise, my name is Brandon. Keep doing the best, doing your best. Trust God. Signing off.